How's it going, everyone? Laughing here, and today I am, of course, joined by
SunnBunn.
yeah, I know we're a little bit late, so kind of get that out of the way. We had a really crazy end of our week last week, so we just didn't have time on Friday to do it, nor Saturday, and then we were in another state till pretty much today. In fact, we woke up in another state today. In total, we've been in like 4 states today, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 4 different states today. So if we look tired, we are tired. May that be known. But we are happy to be here. Really excited to talk about the Bad Batch. I've been dodging spoilers for this episode like Neo in the Matrix. So it's been interesting. But yeah, really excited. Today we get to talk about episode 5, Rampage of Star Wars The Bad Batch. We just finished it. And yeah, here we go. So I was told I have to do the synopsis this time. So if you want SunnBunn to do the synopsis next week, hit like and subscribe to the channel and put it in the comments that you want her to do it. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to put up with me doing the summaries. So, but or if you want me, still hit that like button anyway, or subscribe anyway. But yeah, so basically this week they go to Ord Mantell, which if you're a fan of Star Wars The Old Republic might sound familiar. Looks kind of different from the games, but kind of fun. Also very different from the Legends, but that's neither here nor there, I suppose. But yeah, they go to Ord Mantell to talk to some kind of contact, the Echo, somewhat almost new through the Jedi, where they get a gig to basically save a child. Little do they know that child is a Rancor, and so they end up having to go save the child from slavers. Bad Batch gets caught, everyone but Omega. Omega saves them. Rancor goes on Rampage, thus the episode title. And yeah, we find out the Rancor has a backstory and is actually Jabba the Hutt's Rancor, which I'll talk a little bit after the synopsis. Yeah, basically that's pretty much the episode. They return the Rancor. Jabba's dude's happy, and yeah, everyone's happy. They get money, they get intel. Oh, and they're all doing this to find out who the bounty hunter was, which was Fennec Shand. Us, the audience, kind of knew it. The Bad Batch obviously didn't. I'll be honest with you, this is like the ultimate tidbit episode.
Yes.
We don't get a whole lot of super meat, whether it be lore, whether it be story, whether it be backstory, whether it be character development, what have you. We just get tiny morsels throughout the entire episode, and I guess if you kind of add them up, it's something. But for me, not as much of a fulfilling episode comparatively to the previous ones. For me, anyway, not a bad episode, but comparatively, that was kind of my feelings on it. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with your sentiment that it is a tidbit episode, and that's about it.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, we do have some certain points we'll talk about. But yeah, in terms of intel on Fennec Shand, once again, more tidbits. If you watch The Mandalorian, you know who Fennec Shand is. Not a really big surprise. And so yeah, but the Bad Batch, of course, wants to kind of find out. And there's been some speculation in terms of who Fennec is working for. Is she working for the Empire? Is she working for Camino? Is she working for some other third party that we don't know?
Still no answers.
No answer. Basically, her employer is unknown, but is direct. I think it's Camino. I think I don't know. Kind of
doesn't make sense for anybody else that we know of.
Yeah. So I think it's Camino, but tidbit, some morsels once again there. All right. So what is your opinion on Jabba the Hutt's Rancor getting a backstory in this episode?
I feel it is unnecessary, and in a way, it kind of ruins the mood of when we see that Rancor later in the actual movies.
That's fair. We know how it ends.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was a bad decision, and I don't understand it.
I guess broader question to maybe kind of pick your mind a little bit further on it. What Rancor aside, this specific backstory aside, like, how do you feel about like random Star Wars characters or like non-main Star Wars characters getting backstories in Clone Wars, Rebels, Bad Batch, what have you? Does it usually bother you, or?
I find it distracting.
Okay, that's fair. I usually don't dislike it. I feel like a lot of times it can bring some interesting depth to different characters and what have you, and kind of fill out the universe. I, however, I wasn't a fan of them including this because I feel like it made the universe seem a little bit smaller, which is something that Star Wars has, especially Legends. Legends really suffered from this. I'm a really big fan of Legends. Don't get me wrong, Legends fans out there. But something that like Legends really struggled with, and now we're kind of getting more of that here, and kind of bummed by that. Also, I feel like Disney Star Wars is trying to make Luke Skywalker a bad guy, like every turn, whether it be like whether it be the actual sequel trilogy or the Bad Batch or what have you. At least in the Mandalorian, I guess he's cool. They don't necessarily like make him like look bad in that. He's cool in that, but I don't know. That's just kind of the feeling I get is now. It's like, oh, the Rancor, oh, Luke killed. It's like, yeah, it was a Rancor. All right. Yeah. Anyway, it was needless. Didn't need it. They could have gone a different direction, and whatever. I don't know. Whatever on the whole Rancor thing. That's kind of my thought process on that. Anything to add? No? Okay. Moving on to, I guess I'm kind of nitpicky this episode. Not just because I'm grumpy, I don't think. But Omega keeps on saving the Bad Batch.
Yes.
Ultimately, which I want to say on record, as a character, I actually like Omega. May that be known. I think she's actually a fairly decent character. Like to see some more flaws. I'm a big fan of character flaws in a general sense. It really fleshes people out, our characters out, and people, I suppose, too. But I like these are elite, the elite of the elite, clone troopers that are also elite, and better than stormtroopers, constantly getting saved by like an 8 or 9-year-old. And I get it's a kid show. I understand that. However, the producers, Filoni, the writers, they know that there's a really big adult audience watching this as well. And just in a general sense, I can handle a little bit like, oh, adults are stupid. Okay, cool. It's a kid show. I get that. When it's like so constant, like we're only 5 episodes in, it's like,
where's Sid? Oh, Sid's not here.
Yeah.
Oh, she's Sid.
Yeah. Like, really, the 4 of them couldn't figure that out?
I don't buy it.
And, like, Tech's, like, super smart, too. Like, I don't know. And Echo is, like, street smarts as well. I don't know. That whole thing, it just kind of rubs me the wrong way. It's just like, if they never do that again in the show, I would be very happy. Because I'm really sick and tired of them having to get pulled out of the fire by Omega. And honestly, if they can just not be pulled out of the fire anymore in a general sense,
like they're a competent
besides themselves,
group.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I thought that was a bit much. I don't know. Any additional thoughts you'd like to add to that? No. Okay. Another thing we got tidbit wise is the Republic's changing to the Empire. Some tiny morsels, they're talking to the Zygerian slavers, and they're like, the Republic outlawed slavery, and they're like, well, the Empire doesn't really care. Mm-hmm. So I got some more tidbits with that. Another kind of cool thing is that Sid actually mentions the fact that the Jedi were wiped out. I feel like a lot of times in Star Wars, unless the character is somehow like related to the Jedi directly or are Jedi themselves, average people really don't talk about the fact that the Jedi were wiped out. So I gotta give the episode credit. That was nice to see. I enjoyed that. Once more, adding to that world building. Same thing as the thing I said before in terms of Republic Empire change. I dig that. More of that. In fact, if we get bigger chunks of that, that would be cool. I'd prefer that. I think, I feel like that even kind of saved, to an extent, like episode 2, which I know, like, in a general sense, a lot of fans were kind of met on, but that was one really good positive thing that episode 2 had, was, hey, like, we got some really good, lore and info with the Republic changing to the Empire. So more of that, please. Yeah. All right. So unless you have anything else to add to either one of those two, I'm gonna move on to the last point here. Then there's Wrecker.
You can move on.
All
Wrecker's head
Yeah.
still hurts.
Still hurts. Ticking time bomb, yes or no?
They seem to be alluding to that.
Okay.
I feel like they're trying to make it feel that way.
I agree. How do you see it playing out?
Either they're gonna kill him,
Dear God.
or he's just gonna go berserk and suddenly be a good soldier who follows orders.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
which way.
However they do it, I want it to be like it feels like they're pacing themselves to an extent with it, which I like. I like the slow pacing, kind of slow build up with that. Once again, tidbits, morsels of it. And so I want them to continue that, and at the end of the season, have that maybe happen. Have that turn or major conflict of it. I think that would be really interesting. Like maybe like an episode or two before that even happens. Have Wrecker, out of character wise, be like, yes sir, follow orders kind of thing, something along those lines.
Yeah.
A little bit heavier handed. Really more alluding to that, but yeah, still a good build up though with it. So, yeah, I look forward to kind of seeing how that happens because yeah, I agree. I think he's a ticking time bomb at this rate. So, yeah, I don't know. Before we get to final numbers, anything else you wanted to add?
No.
No. All right. Sounds good. I'll rate it last.
Last.
So that means you go first.
For this very tidbitty episode, I'm gonna say 6. I'd watch it again, but not really eager to.
Yeah. I agree. I'm actually going to rate it a 6 as well. Above average TV, I think. Below average for Star Wars to an extent. Especially with how high the first episode of The Bad Batch really set the bar for the rest of the series. And then also The Mandalorian. Yeah, I want to see some more action in the next one. Maybe some more of the B plot with Hunter. Not Hunter. Oh my God, Crosshair. Oh no. We're just less tidbits, more chunks, more chunkiness.
Yes.
So that is my hope. We're only 5 episodes, and I think they're doing like 16 or 18 episodes for the season. So I don't even think we're like a third of the way through. Getting there though, I think the next episode is like third of the way. So hopefully they can have some sort of big episode next episode. I feel like they've been kind of doing that. I'll be doing big episode, bigger episode, big episode. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
So overall score 6. No, not bad, not great. Give me more. So, yeah, that's all we got for you. Check out SunnBunn's channel, link in the description. You're going to have some more content coming out soon.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yep, I will.
You want to tease it real quick?
Sure, I have... Okay, I have some Pokemon things to open. Pokemon cards, and I got a big one.
Big thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's leave it at that. Let's keep the mystique alive. So,
Okay.
yeah, so check out our channel, hit subscribe there. And of course, hit subscribe to this channel for more of me. E3 is coming up. I got some videos in the works. So, it's going to be a busy next 2 weeks, so if you don't want to miss anything, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, what have you. And of course, for new Bad Batch episode reviews, same deal, hit subscribe, bell, all that fun stuff. We will have one coming out Friday, actually on time.
Yes.
It just last week was really crazy for us.
It was a holiday weekend.
Yeah, to be fair, it was a holiday weekend, so, but hopefully you guys will forgive us with that. But yeah, down below, let me know what you guys thought of the episode. Were we too harsh? Maybe we're grumpy from our travels, what have you, or did we just hit the nail on the head? Let us know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. You are all fantastic. Do something good for yourself, and as always, take care.